Welcome to the kitchen. I'm Chef Victoria Love, and today we're going to make a banoffee pie. Banoffee pie is a combination of banana and toffee. So we have our beautiful bananas, and we're going to use condensed milk to make dulce de leche, which will be our toffee sauce. Digestive cookies. Now, if you don't have digestives, you can't get them. Graham crackers are fine, so you can substitute graham crackers if you're not able to get it. And of course, whipped cream. So this is one of those wonderful cream pies that I hope you will enjoy making. Let me get all of my mise en place together and I'll show you how to make it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you. To make our banoffee pie, we're going to start off by making our dulce de leche. So this is a can of condensed milk. We're going to submerge it in water. We're going to make sure it's covering it, and we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to boil it for 1 hour, and then we will flip the can over and continue to boil it for a second hour. So you need to keep an eye on and make sure that the water is always above the can. If the water starts to go below the can line, there have been instances where the can has actually exploded, and then you'll have dulce de leche all over your ceiling. In 2009, I was in the magazine Dessert Professional for my banoffee parfait, which was a little more elaborate. And my recipe stems from that, and it is in ounces. So this is one of my professional recipes. So I'm gonna take this opportunity now to get the cup amount. So how am I gonna do that? Well, I have my scale, and we're gonna measure out our 8 ounces of digestive cookies. And then we have to do is we're gonna put them into a Ziploc bag, and we're gonna crush them. So you can hit it with a rolling pin or just crumble it with your fingers. And this is the task my kids love to do. Obviously, hitting it with the rolling pin is their favorite. Just make sure you don't break the Ziploc bag. And then I will measure it and tell you how many cups it yields, so you will know for future. If you cannot get the digestive cookies, again, you can use the graham crackers as a substitute. So we broke up all of our digestive cookies in the Ziploc bag using our rolling pin, and we have the nice fine crumb, and that's 2 1/3 cups of our digestive biscuits that we've crumbled up. This is our 6 1/2 tablespoons of butter, and we melted it. And here is our 1/2 cup of tightly packed brown sugar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this all together to make our crust. So just break that up in there. And then, you see? We're gonna drizzle in the melted butter and stir it together. Then we're gonna put it into our pie. And I like to use double thickness of pie tins to help keep it strong and supported. Okay, now it's completely mixed in, and we're gonna just pour this into our pie dish. Oops. And then we're gonna spread it out and press it into it and up the sides of it. Now, before we start working on our counter, we always sanitize it in case we do spill stuff, but a little bit of crumbs. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just pressing down with the back of the spoon, you're gonna compress the crust into the pie tin. And as you get to the edges, again, you're just gonna press it in, and you want a thickness on it. So about 1/4 inch thick, because you want the pie crust to hold all of the filling. So that's gonna take a while. I'm gonna keep working on this until I get it compressed and fully covering all of this. Now that I have the crust all set, we're gonna put it in a 325-degree oven for 8 minutes. So that way it can be completely firm, so when you cut the pie, hopefully it will not fall apart. Our dulce de leche has been cooling. This was cooking for about 2.5 hours, boiling away. And now it's cooled off, so it's cool enough I can touch the can. Our pie crust was in the oven at 325 for 8 minutes, and this too has cooled off, so it's room temperature. All I need to do now, we're gonna open the can and we're gonna spread a layer of the toffee on the bottom of the pie crust. Then we're gonna cut up our bananas and layer them down, and we'll top it off with our dulce de leche. Here we go. Doesn't that just look absolutely delicious? Oh, I'm just gonna have to take a little bite. Oh, that is so good. I love it. All right, so now we're gonna spread it on the base of our pie crust. And we're just gonna plop some down and spread. Now this is why you wanna use digestive cookies in your pie crust, not graham cracker. Digestives have less sugar. This is so incredibly sweet, that's why you need the digestive cookies. So really try your best to find digestive cookies instead of using graham crackers. All right, so here I'm just gonna finish up. I wanna get the dulce de leche up the side of our crust as well. And we're doing not super thin, but a thin layer. And we're gonna then cut our bananas and put them into the bottom. And I like to cut my bananas on an angle on the bias to make them long. And I don't want them too thick. I'd rather have 2 layers of bananas overlapping each other than really thick bananas in my pie. So we're gonna cut that, and basically we just wanna make nice layers all around the edges and then filling in the gaps in the middle. I think I'll do 2 layers of bananas. So I'm gonna cut enough bananas to make 2 layers, and then I'm gonna top it again with our dulce de leche. Got it. Now before I put on my next layer of bananas, I'm just gonna put a really thin layer of this. I should stop calling it dulce de leche. It is dulce de leche, but for our purposes, it's toffee sauce. So let me just spread a little thin layer of this and then another layer of bananas, and then we'll cover the whole thing again with our toffee sauce. Absolutely delicious. There we go. We have our 2 layers of banana and our toffee sauce, and now we're gonna top it all off with some more toffee sauce. We're gonna set it up in the refrigerator, and then we are gonna top it with some whipped cream. An absolute mound of whipped cream on the top. And then let it set in the refrigerator again. And then we can put some chocolate sprinkles on top, or maybe some grated chocolate. Anything you'd like, any sort of chocolate topping on it would be awesome. Our pie is now in the refrigerator setting up, and we're gonna make our whipped cream. So the bowl and the whisk attachment have been sitting in the refrigerator for hours now. They're nice and cold. One of the key things to making really good whipped cream is everything is super cold. So make sure your cream is really cold, the bowl, the whisk, everything is really, really cold. And then it'll fluff up beautifully when you're making your whipped cream. So we're gonna put this in, and we're gonna put it on medium speed to fluff it up. And as soon as I see it having sort of what's called trailing, when there's marks from the whisk attachment in the cream, I'm gonna add in our 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and then we'll whip it up to soft peak. So now I'm gonna add in our powdered sugar. Once you see that the whisk attachment is leaving a mark in your cream, you're going to turn it off, and we're going to check to see if it's at stiff peak or soft peak. There we go. That's perfect. The peak is standing upright with a little twist on it. That is what we're looking for. So we're going to stop whisking it right now. See, it bends over a little bit. So we have our nice fluffy whipped cream. We have our whipped cream, and it's nice peak, soft peak. In case, just before you do it, you might want to just hand whisk it up a little bit if it's been sitting. This was sitting for a couple of minutes on the counter while I got everything out. And now we're just gonna spoon our fluffy mounds of whipped cream over the top of this gorgeous pie. And we just wanna make nice, soft mounds over the top of it. Cover up your bananas, because if you're gonna let this sit for a while, we just don't want those bananas to discolor. And there we go, get this completely covered. Now once you get the whipped cream all over, you might want to just make a little swirl, get those peaks coming up. And then, just as a garnish, we're gonna grate some chocolate. Now this is just our Ghirardelli bar chocolate, and just gonna do a little bit our microplane zester, and we just grate it right over the top of our pie. And look how beautiful that is. Nice garnish. All those wonderful peaks of whipped cream. And then we're gonna put it back in the refrigerator and let it set up for a minimum of 2 hours, and then we can serve it. Here we go, here's our beautiful piece of our banoffee pie. Look at those layers in there. I cannot wait to take a bite. Yum. Look at all that whipped cream, luscious whipped cream, toffee sauce, bananas, the digestive biscuit cookie crust. This is heavenly. Oh, yum. Oh my God, that was so good. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I haven't had this in so long, and the first time I ever had this pie was at Characters in Sloatsburg, New York. Shout out to Sloatsburg, I'm from Tuxedo. And Characters is an Irish pub. Fantastic food. And let me tell you, the banoffee pie there was phenomenal. And ever since then, I have been hooked, and I absolutely love this. So I haven't made it in a long time, but my goodness, I'm gonna put it back into my repertoire and make this more often. I hope this inspires you to make it at home, everybody. Take care. Please check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel. Bye. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.